complicated. Montana really gets complicated. We take the assessed value, we multiply it times the tax rate, and then we multiply times a mill. So it's really difficult for you to calculate what your taxes are going to be. And we just went to really complicated because within Class 4 residential property, we've got 4 different tax rates. And they vary based on the value of your property. So it gets really confusing. And I've had a lot of people, this year we're going to have the second home tax kicks in, different tax on short-term rentals, a high tax on just vacant residential property at 1.9%. So that doesn't mean that you multiply your $500,000 value of home times 1.9%. But a lot of people are doing that and calling me and are just like, oh my God, Greg, all of a sudden I'm going to owe $9,000 on my property for 18. I go, no, that's not how it works. But your property taxes on your second home or your short-term rental or that vacant lot that you might own will most likely go up anywhere from 70 to 100%. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to get their tax bills this fall who haven't paid attention, and all of a sudden they've got a cabin worth $500,000. You know, that lot that they had, they bought 2 or 3 lots, and now all of a sudden those tax bills are going to, on some of those, almost double. And you know, people just, you know, they weren't following, they weren't paying attention, and it's not your fault. You know, it's the people you sent to the legislature. And there's no doubt, there's a lot of discussion out there that 80% of the taxpayers' taxes did go down. I will not dispute that. That did happen. And those taxes went down because they raised taxes on about 20% of the other taxpayers in residential property. Mostly the 10% of the taxpayers really got hit hard. And the commercial taxpayers who have commercial property that's probably valued over more than $1 million really got hit hard. And that was not discussed at the legislature. At the legislature, during this passage of these bills, they said, well, commercial property is only going to go up about 10%. And residential property, yeah, there'll be some increases. Second home taxes will go up quite a bit, but everybody else isn't going to go up that much. And that wasn't what happened. And the commercial taxpayers really did. They did not expect, the Department of Revenue did not estimate correctly, and I asked them why. Why were your estimates so far out? Well, commercial property values are harder to predict. They're based on cash flow, interest rates, where residential property, generally in an area, it kind of all increases at the same rate. And so it's a lot easier to predict what happened with commercial property.